legit. So I took a long on Euro USD, okay? The reasons behind it, I was short first. During Asia, I shorted it right here, 68 I called it, and it came down. It was a tight stop loss, and I was up over nearly over 2 hour, but then it just fucked around, and I thought we were gonna get a sell off, and I said I wanted to see this hold. Reason why I took it was, if you look at this, right? Oh, sorry, wrong range. This was the range I've been using, okay? So we broke 50% of this range yesterday. And we got back below it, okay? So we took out the stops and back below it into this order block here, and I thought, okay, possibly it's gonna go lower. So I shorted it on a pullback, so I wasn't too fussed about getting above here because this was below 50% of the range. So I looked for a block or up candle that led to the move down to get back on board it. So this was it, and I shorted it there, and I had my stop loss just above there at 75. So it came down really straight away, and I held it, and I thought it was going to continue lower, but as soon as it started push up higher, I closed it then, okay? So I'm watching this, and I said, okay, what is happening here? Why if it's not going down, then obviously it's probably want to go up then. So looking at the other pairs, cable pushed up. If you look at cable, that was pushing. Sorry, cable was pushing up. Dollar was struggling to go higher. So I thought, okay, maybe they want to take, and it's ECB tomorrow, so I thought maybe they want to take it higher. So I waited for market to prove to me it wants to go higher. So it was respecting this, and I posted, if it breaks this, then I'll short it. It wasn't doing that. So it's come down, it's made a low, and then a high, and then a higher low. It's making higher highs and higher lows. And then the key level was this, the 50% of the range. I said, okay, maybe, you know, it wants to go higher. So if it's going to go higher, what are the objectives? So obviously we've got this high here, and at the same time, if you look at the dollar index, we've got low of the week, which was here. So I said, okay, the stops are going to be resting there, those that are long. Now, entry, how did I take this entry, okay? So let me just get rid of this for a second. Basic support and resistance, okay? So if you look here, right, now maybe if I draw a trend line, it'd be easier. If you look here, right, we've got this here. So someone was asking me, why do I use the wicks? It doesn't make a difference. I said, oh, okay, I'll explain how I use it. So it's not just based on pure wicks alone, okay? So look carefully. This is obviously resistance. Now, do I know if this is going to hold? I don't know yet. Here, makes the low, then pushes up to make a higher high, okay? It makes a higher high. So at this point, it's telling me it wants to go higher. This move here, so resistance becomes support. Now, if I draw the same level on a chart with no wicks, it's just clearer for me to see. That's the only reason I use it, just for visually seeing it. Now, if I was to do the same thing on a 15-minute, it makes no sense, because look where that resistance level is and that. So I will switch the time frames to suit my level. Now, I will only use it once it respects it. So visually, right, let me ask you, which one looks clearer? The one on the right with no wicks, or the one on the left with wicks? When I draw in my SR levels. Okay, which one looks clearer? This one or this one? On the right. So yes, on the 15-minute it doesn't make sense because here, but yes, I'm limited, but I'll switch time frames. I'll go to a 3-minute time frame. It doesn't matter what time frame it is. It's once it's respected it here the first time round, and I can see that it's pushed up, and I've got this chart open at the same time. So my entry, actually, that was just to draw the SR level, but my entry was actually on a 1-minute. So it's come down to the 1-minute, pushed up, made that higher high, breaking mark structure, come down. At this point, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at this point. I want it to prove to me. So how does it prove to me? Higher highs and higher lows in a 1-minute, low, and then a high, a little high, breaks that little swing, and then 1-minute, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And that's when I got on board, okay? My entry was 77, then I put my stop loss there. But it's just, at the same time, just visually, it just makes it easier for me when I can see shit like this. And that was the only reason I used it, okay? So if whoever was asking me, this is the reason why, okay? And that was a nice quick, it was up about 3 hours, but I trailed my stop loss. So the way I managed it was I trailed my stop loss just under this swing low. When this swing low formed and it's pushing up, I just trailed my stop loss there, locked it in. Now I still believe it's going to go higher. My next objective is going to be the 1.18 I've messaged. Okay, 1.18 is the next objective. Reason why is the 1.18 is, see these down candles here, let them move up, so it is going to offer some sort of resistance. Okay, now I don't give a fuck if it's going to go higher or lower, it doesn't matter. This was just a quick intraday day trade move only, where I was able to switch my bias. I took a -2 tick loss on this and a small loss on gold. This just mitigated the whole thing. Okay, that was the reason. Is that make sense? So wicks or no wicks, I mean, I will adjust the time frame of the chart, whether it's a 3-minute chart or a 2-minute chart, as long as I can. It's just clarity reasons, that's it. I use it. There's other ways I use this no wick candle, no wicks as well, but you know, it's a separate issue. But does everyone understand how I use it? You gotta use it in the context of what's happening as well. Now I can also throw more reasons into it. So I also marked out, well, what was this? See these up candles here? See how here it pushed lower, took out these stops here, so that's significant. Okay, at this point it's significant. So okay, these up candles, this series of movement up, caused the move push down. So resistance, resistance, then it's time to break through it. As soon as it breaks through it, then it starts respecting the down candles here. Forget the wicks here, focus on the bodies. It just takes a bit of experience to see how it's done, and when to use it and when not to use it. That's the key. It's not, you can't use it all the time. With experience, you know when to use it and when not to use it. So if I'm seeing the 5-minute blocks getting respected, and some people ask me why using the 5-minute block and not the 15-minute block. Well, if the 5-minute blocks are getting respected here and it's getting respected here, then whatever it is driving the market up, they're respecting this. Okay, and if it works, who gives a fuck? Okay, this works. Time those in a private room, they see it work day in day out. So yeah, that was the reason. Is that clear? Let me just stop the recording. I'll take questions. Okay, I'll just stop the recording there. 1 second.